Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Rad Power bikes, the Rad Rover. So this is just to go over the bike overall, things that I have done to it, things that I like about it and things that I do not. And hopefully I can get some questions answered. This is the 2018 model, and you can tell that it is the 2018 model because of a couple features that were changed from the last model. One of which is the integrated bolting system for baskets and carriers, that sort of thing that you can put up front. The second thing is the missing water bottle holders that they removed. I am not a fan of that because, as you can see, there's really no room to put a water bottle other than right at the bottom here where I have my air pump. And it's one of those things where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So you kind of lose your air, you kind of lose a little bit of space there and something that you can really use. So it's a trade-off. Other things, one thing that I do like, at least they didn't try to do anything proprietary with the tail end that would prevent you from getting aftermarket accessories such as, you know, carts and racks and things of that nature. So I decided to go with the toe peaks instead of getting the $80 rack that Rad Power bikes sell. Though I am still using the light for now that it came with. There is just, with electric bikes, there's just not a whole lot of room to do a whole lot with. Especially, you got a big old battery here. My little bag that I added here, this actually has my tools in a patch kit, things, you know, things that I need to actually fix the bike. That's what's in this pack. Let's get this started. In between work and just not having enough time to enjoy life, I don't have very many miles on it so far. I've had this for about 2 months now, and as you can see, I only have 73 miles on it. Kind of embarrassing, really. Overall, I do enjoy it. There isn't much that, you know, I really can't make a super unique video of what is different in between this model and last year's model, but there's things that I do want to point out that other people haven't pointed out. This is a fat bike. Okay, so that part was pointed out before. But what they don't tell you is that your first gear is completely useless, because when you're in one, it's going to rub against the tire. There is no way around that. And I've tried to do adjustments and try to work around it, but it is impossible because that one gear is behind the wheel, behind the tire. There's no way around it. So first gear is useless, except for in extreme emergencies. And that extreme emergency is when your battery dies, or you're trying to run on a eco-friendly mode. Another upgrade that I have added is the cell phone holder. Shut this down, no need for it to be on. It's the cell phone holder and my GoPro mount. And that's mostly so I can point the camera back at me, not the actual one just facing out towards the world. That's actually on my chest. Another upgrade that I have done was I changed the pedals out. This is a Shimano hybrid type pedal. I don't know the name. I'll put it in the description what pedal this is, but this is a hybrid pedal. So you can clip in, or you can ride it flat if you can't get your foot in, or you're in a sketchy place. Now this isn't super grippy, but in a place where you may have to bail. Yeah. And this is what they do when you want to work. What's up, pups? Yep. Yep. A cheap Walmart pump. It's just something to put a little bit of air in to get you from A to B. I actually have a CO2. That's my real point of filling up. This is just to get the tube inflated enough to get it workable. Then I hit it with the CO2. Also, if I'm on longer trips, I keep using the pump to fill up the tire, because CO2 loses pressure over time, especially in changing weather conditions. One thing that they don't tell you, or one thing you have to find out on your own. That is about the extent of my upgrades. Let's hit the street. Jacked up by the second there today. So it's a nice little cruise. Let's see if I can make it through both flights today. Riding and clipped in pedals was you need to clip both of them out at the same time. Whew. I'm at 86 miles on this bad boy. I've finally gotten really used to this thing. When you want to lean this bike over to go around, you know, to kind of hit these corners kind of hard and fast, this bike definitely wants to stand back up on you. Definitely wants to stand back up on you. Squirrel! This. Somebody's in the lane right now. was riding this the other day and I straight curved it right here. I'm curving it. Being stupid and trying to do too much. Saw some other guys on some bikes. Coming up on your left. Good morning. It's still morning, right? Yeah, it's morning for about 45 minutes. All right, so a couple things. All right, I mentioned the upgrade of the seat, which I really didn't need, but it is still a great seat nonetheless. The seat post right now is a little lower than it needs to be. It actually needs to be up higher. We talked about the phone holder, and it's really grippy. This is actually a really good one here. And I don't have very many other upgrades. I mean, it is a solid riding bike. It's a solid riding bike. The light sucks. I mean, a lot of the stuff that they give you that came with it isn't the best. People talk about, the debate of hydraulic brakes versus the corded brakes. I understand the argument. It's just not one that I'm willing to fight right now. Maybe one day I will upgrade these brakes to something better or different, especially when me and Arthur start having more conversations. I talked about the pedals. These are the Shimano shoes. These are Shimano Me 3s. These are great shoes. I don't know why we're talking about my clipless shoes versus the Rad Rover bike, but overall it is a great bike and handles well. Since I'm getting into bike packing, I wouldn't pick this up. This is how I'm gonna roll. I have my pack here. Those guys are moving around. Oh, there's a couple guys out here with boats. I see now. This is what I'm going to have. Either my food or my clothes are going to be on one side. This opens up on both sides the same way. So I have food or clothes on either side of this. I'll have my camera gear up here. Camera gear here. And I will need to get another bag up front that I will put all of my dry things in. Well, my down things that I need to keep dry. So I'll have my underquilt, top quilt, and down jacket in there. I will get another bag to go on this top post, so I can on the top of the frame here, and I'll have my snacks in that, the stuff that I need. And hopefully I'll get one that has maybe a bottle holder as well, so I could put a bottle holder here, have me some snacks, and also have me my water bottle back here. Things that I have learned. This particular water bottle works really great in this spot, not in this spot. Every time I hit a nice bump, pops right out, because this is a hardtail and it has no shock. Let me do something real quick. One thing that I talked about yesterday. All right, so earlier I talked about how this was kind of off here to where you really couldn't get it. But I did some adjustment and I finally got this from hitting the wheel. So first gear is actually useful again. And it's a pretty good riding bike, and it's gonna work well on the trail as far as bike packing goes. My power usage right now, I'm usually running in pedal assist too, and you can go a long time with pedal assist too. You can go a really long time. Well, while out filming this video, it appears that I have sprung a small leak, and this is why you need to keep. This is why you need, if you're riding, you need to have tools and stuff, man. Like I talked about in my cheap video, as I was talking in this video about my cheap pump. Look at this cheap pump saving my butt right now. Look at it saving my butt.